Right, let me go back to my colleagues who are covering the elections in various parts of the country. Joining me from Darjeeling in West Bengal is my colleague Mark Lin, and Dibyendu Mondal is at Purnia in Bihar. Mark, how's the polling coming along in Darjeeling? Fill us in on the latest that you're able to pick up.
Well, Ramesh, polling has been brisk in Darjeeling, over 49% voter turnout so far. But, when I've spoken to some of the people who are in charge of polling, and they seem to think that it's less than the last time round. And that they say is not because of lack of enthusiasm. It's because many people in Darjeeling actually don't work here. They work outside and they're registered as voters in Darjeeling, so they haven't been able to come back in time to vote. So that may be one of the reasons why the voter turnout may be slightly less than last time round. But so far, 49% by 1 p.m. was quite a large voter turnout. And with 4 hours to go, I think, this could go up to a pretty high amount, over 70%.
Right, so
Ramesh.
49% says Mark in Darjeeling so far. Let me come to you, Dibyendu. What's the latest polling percentage in Purnia where you are? What are the election officials telling you?
Well, it's the polling percentage, Ramesh, is a little less than 34% as of 1 p.m. According to the Election Commission's website. But, of course, as the sun has started to bear its heat, we are seeing thinning crowds in the polling stations across different parts of both the Purnia as well as Katihar Lok Sabha, where we have been since morning. We had seen quite a lot of rush in the morning hours, and till 1 p.m. the data also suggests that 33%. But when we get the data at about 3:34, we are there is expected to be slight increase in this number. The Election Commission officials here say that, of course, in the evening hours when the sun gets little cooler, we'll see more people coming out of their houses to cast their vote here in different of the polling booths set up here in both Purnia as well as Katihar. So, of course, the polling in the afternoon after about 12 has come down a bit. We although had seen some long queues of women also just an hour back in a particular polling booth in the Katihar Lok Sabha, somewhere in the rural part of the Katihar Lok Sabha. But also in the Purnia Lok Sabha, where we were at about 11:30 in the morning, we had seen huge crowds, like really long queues there. We were speaking to some of the security officials there. They said that in the morning the queue was so long that it had to reach to the main highway. So, of course, in the morning hours, as was already expected, when the sun was a little softer, people had come out in the morning and voted. But now the temperatures are about 42 degrees Celsius here in Bihar. And we are having some dry winds blowing. So, of course, people are keeping themselves indoors at this particular moment. But post 4:30 or 5 o'clock, we'll see more people coming out is what is expected by the EC officials here also. Let's see when the polling ends at about 6:30 in the evening, we'll get to know how much Bihar has voted. So, of course, seeing the trends, although, Ramesh, it seems that the phase 1 trend could perhaps be breached this time in Bihar, which saw a little more than 45% of voting in the phase 1. We are expecting, since till 1 p.m. it was over a little less than 34%, to be precise, 33.80%. We are expecting that the voter turnout would perhaps be about 50 to 55% at the end of the day when voting closes. Back to you.
Right, Dibyendu and Mark, do stay on. Let me now take our viewers to Tripura, where another of our colleagues, Deepika Mehtho, is standing by. Deepika, what's the turnout like where you are?
Good afternoon, Ramesh. You can see the time right now, and if I tell you the voting percentage, you would be delighted to know. It is 54.78% as per 1 p.m. Today IST, which is the Indian Standard Time. So Tripura East seems to be doing really good when we talk about the voter turnout. We were expecting a higher voter turnout in the morning phase, and then a little fading away number. But then we are surprised to know, and so is the Election Commission, that 54% mark has already already been crossed, and right now I will quickly take you through the visuals behind me. You can still see the line. There are voters who are coming in continuously to cast their vote. This is a different line of men voters, and there's a separate line for female voters across the other end. So there are two polling stations here. We went inside the village area also, which is the ADC area. There are no signals usually there, but technology is something else there, because ECI has posted webcams also over there to notice and to study each and every movement of each and every red zone area as well as green zone areas. So here in altogether, East Tripura is doing really well when we talk about the voting percentage, and by the evening we are expecting more number of voter turnout, Ramesh.
So 54% votes cast till 1 p.m. in Tripura. That's what Deepika Mehta is reporting. On that note, let me thank all three of my colleagues. Deepika in Tripura, Dibyendu in Bihar, and Mark Lin in West Bengal. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now the